Hi, in this session let's discuss division of a decimal by a whole number. Suppose I have a decimal number 6.4 which I want to divide by a whole number 2. Now what do I mean by 6.4? If I write it as a fraction, it must be 64 divided by 10. Divided by 2 can also be written as 2 by 1. Now this is similar to the division of fractions. So this must be 64 by 10 multiplied by 1 by 2. That is, division is replaced by multiplication, and the second number here, or the second fraction here, will be taken the reciprocal. That is 64 by 10 multiplied by 1 by 2. Now this is 64 times 1 divided by 10 times 2, isn't it? Or I can also rewrite this as 64 upon 2 multiplied by 1 by 10. You understand? I am just rewriting this. 10 times 2 is same as 2 times 10. I just wrote it as 64 by 2 times 1 by 10. Now this is 64 by 2 is 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 32 gives you 64. So this must be 32 upon 10, isn't it? Into 1 by 10 means by 10, which is nothing but 3.2. You understand? So whenever you are solving a decimal number, division of a decimal number with a whole number, you can directly first convert this, that is a decimal number, to a fraction, and then do the multiplications of the fractions as usual. That is, divide the fraction as usual by replacing the division with a multiplication symbol and taking the reciprocal of the second fraction, and then you'll solve it. Finally, we are seeing to it that you get a 10 or 100 in the denominator, so that you can give out your answer in terms of a decimal number. But is this the only way to do it? Well, this is one of the ways. You can do it this way if you're comfortable with it. But we can have a direct method, direct division method. That is 6.4 when I am dividing it by 2. Let us start with this. Now you have 2 times 3 gives you 6. 6 minus 6 is anyway 0. But you have a point here. You bring down 4, but you have a point here. So to continue with the division further, we are going to introduce the same point or the same decimal here in the quotient. Right? Now 2 times 2 gives you 4, leaving you with the remainder 0. So your answer in this case is 3.2, which is the same thing that you got here. Right? So when you are dividing directly, whenever you come across this decimal point during the process of your division, immediately introduce the same decimal point in the quotient. Let me give you another example. Suppose I have a decimal number, say 43.15. This I want to divide it by 5. So if I am doing it with the division method directly, 43.15 when it is divided by 5, 5 times 8 gives you 40. So before the decimal number, that is the numbers to the left of the decimal point, you have completed this process of division. 43 minus 40 will give you 3. The next that you have to bring down is 1. This 1 is here after the decimal point, that is, you're bringing down actually 0.1. But instead of writing it as 0.1 here, we're going to introduce the decimal point here in the quotient, making it as 8 point something. Now that you have 31, 5 times 6 gives you 30, leaving you with a remainder 1. Let's bring down the next digit, that is 5. And 5 times 3 gives you 15. The remainder here is 0. So your answer in this case is 8.63. You understand? But the same thing 43.15, when I am dividing it by 5, instead of the direct division, maybe if I want to convert it into fractions and do it, how will I be doing it? I should be dividing it 4315 directly by 5 first, Let us divide this. Whenever you are given like this 43.15 divided by 5 or any some decimal number with a decimal point divided by a whole number, we are going to for the time being, let us forget that there is a decimal point here. Let us directly divide 4315 by 5. What is 4315 divided by 5? 5 8s are 40. You have 3. You bring down 1. 5 6 are 30. You get remainder 1. Again you bring down 5. 5 times 3 is 15, leaving you with the 0 remainder. So it is 863. So this value 4315 by 5 is 863. But how many positions you have after the decimal point? You have 2 positions. So we're going to leave 2 positions. Keep a decimal point here. So you get your answer as 8.63. Understand? This is one way of doing it. This is one way of doing it, which is 8.63 direct division. The other way is forget it. For the time being, forget. Imagine as if there is no decimal point. Do the division directly, and then in the final answer you can keep the decimal point. Or you can also do it using the first method that we have discussed. 43.15 can be written as 4315 divided by 100. Divided by 5 can also be written as 5 by 1. This can be written as 4315 by 100 multiplied by 1 by 5. Now this can also be written as 4315 times 1 by 100 times 5. Now multiplication is commutative, that is 100 times 5 is same as 5 times 100, isn't it? It is same as 5 times 100, and for 4315 this will be 4315 times 1. Now I will write it as 4315 divided by 5 multiplied by 1 by 100. So I am actually doing this 4315 by 5. What you get here? It is 863. 863 multiplied by 1 by 100, which is 863 upon 100, which is 8.63. Now all these procedures are, just for the sake of our understanding. But when we are actually solving it, we can simply solve it by direct division. That is 43.15 when it is divided by 5. You start dividing it normally. Once you reach this decimal point here, that is once you start bringing down the digits which come after the decimal point, you introduce the same decimal point here in the quotient so that you get your answer directly here itself. Right? Let us look at say another example. Suppose I have a number 82.44 divided by 6, right? How can we do this? One procedure is, let us understand, let us for time being, let us imagine that there is no decimal point. What is 8244? That is 8244 divided by 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down this 2. 8 times 6 times 3 is 18. This will be 4. Bring down 4. 6 7s 42. Now 4 minus 2 is 2. Bring down the next 4. 6 4s are 24. Your answer is 0. So this value here is 1374. When 8244 is divided by 6, you get 1374. Now what should 82.44 divided by 6 must be? Because after the decimal point you have 2 positions. We are going to leave 2 positions starting from the right and write your answer as 13.74. After decimal point you have 2 places. We're just going to leave 2 positions starting from right and keep a decimal point. So that's how you can write your answer as 13.74, right? Or if I can directly divide this 82.44, if I divide it by 6, 6 times 1 is 6, 8 minus 6 is 2, bring down this 2, 6 3s are 18, 22 minus 18 is 4. Now I'm bringing down this 4, the first 4 which is after the decimal point. Now that means I'm actually bringing down 0.4. But let's imagine there's no point here. Instead, we're going to keep the point here in the quotient, right? 6 sevens is 42, right? Now you have 2. Now you bring down the next 4. 6 fours is 24. Your answer is remainder is 0. So in this case the answer is 13.74. So you can do it either way. You can do it by any method of your choice, but doing it using this direct division method is quite simple, right? Let me tell you another example now. Okay, right. Suppose I have a number, say 0.510. Let us divide this by 3. Now what to do? You have 0.510. If we are dividing it directly by 3, how we are going to do this? The first number is 0, right? 3 times 0 will give you 0. Now you are bringing down the 5, right? You are actually bringing down 0.5. So here I am bringing 0.5, so I am introducing a decimal point here. And 3 times 1 will give you 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Now bring down the next 1. 3 sevens are 21. This is anyway 0. Now bring down this 0. 3 times 0 is 0, giving you a remainder 0. So its value is 0.170, or I can simply write it as 0.17, right? Suppose if I have a number 0.921, let me divide this by 2. Now what do you get? 0.921 when it is divided by 2. Now this is 0. Let me directly write 0 point, because 2 times 0 is 0, or 0 minus 0 is again 0. I'm just avoiding this step, right? So we are directly writing it as 0 point. Now 2 times 4 gives you 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down this 2, right? 2 times 6 is 12. Now bring down the next 1. Now here 1 is less than 2. So what you got here is the remainder 1. Now how can you continue with the division process? Now don't forget this, that this is a decimal number. Because this is a decimal number, you can introduce as many zeros as you want towards the right hand side. That is 0.921 is same as 0.9210. It is also same as 0.92100, isn't it? Let me imagine I have a 0 here. I'll bring down this 0. But before I bring down the next element, I must understand that this is left undivided. So I am bringing down the next value. So because this is left undivided, I am going to keep this position 0. Right? Now I am bringing down the next 0. Now it is making it as a 10. And 2 times 5 gives you 10, leaving you with the 0 remainder. So your answer in this case is 0.4605. So it is solving or finding the values of these kind of divisions of decimal numbers by whole numbers is quite simple. It's just that you have to divide it normally like how you do your normal division, except that whenever you get or you come across a decimal point, introduce the same decimal point here in the quotient as well.